Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're going to egg it on in Broken Arrow, and a little bit later we're going to talk about a mesocyclone of cash, like millions of dollars. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
So you have become you've been nominated as the Road Trip Laureate.
I don't know if I am the Road Trip Laureate, but I will take the title of Road Trip King.
You are the Road Trip King.
I've been doing a few of them.
But you had a chance to eat at, me personally, probably hands down would be the number one. If I lived in Broken Arrow, I would eat here all the time.
Yes, there is a place called Egg It On Cafe in Broken Arrow. And I'm going to have to say, maybe going out on a limb here, but maybe the best breakfast in the state.
That was the first thing you said to me a couple weeks ago when you got back from Broken Arrow was, because it's well documented. When you talk to me about breakfast, you got to come correct, because I am a breakfast snob.
Right, and when we went, Amber said, "Oh, we should have brought bread.
Yeah.
This place is really great." And I said, hell no.
Right.
Brett is already over the top for good breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't, it'd be like watching porn with your parents or something. It just grossed me out.
I have been in many a heated discussion in some Facebook groups about what defines the best. I mean, I broke down breakfast like most professional coaches break down game film. So, yeah. I mean, so when you say to me, perhaps the best breakfast, and you and I, we talk about it all the time. 15 years, we've slung an egg or two.
We have, and I'll start off with, I make phenomenal breakfast. I'm not just patting myself on the back.
No.
Like, I can make some eggs.
Yeah, and you can make a 3-ingredient French toast that rivals Wolfgang Puck. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, I kind of feel like I'm a little bit of an authority when it comes to breakfast. Yeah. And I'm going to say Egg It On Cafe, dude, it is ridiculously good. It's got a great atmosphere. Okay, so when the waitress walks up to us, she's smiling, which is
good indication.
That's a good indicator.
She doesn't hate her job.
Right off the bat.
Right.
But it legitimately made me slightly uncomfortable when she got to the table and actually kicked on her the customer service voice. Welcome to Egg It On smile.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it was blinding.
She was proud of it.
Dude, she was excited to be there.
Yeah.
So, right off the bat, had a great feel for the place.
Okay, but let me back you up just a little bit. Define for you. Okay, so when you go into a new restaurant, especially when you're on a destination, I think a very few people probably go out of their way to find the little cubbyhole places and the local haunts.
Mm-hmm.
What are you, as a road trip / breakfast ambassador or a food ambassador?
Right.
What are you looking for? I mean, you got some tough customers.
For sure.
Yeah.
So when I'm traveling with the brood, there is a lot of contention about what happens for food.
Yeah.
But Amber's well-trained. She is always on the lookout for something locally owned, locally sourced. And so she's in the navigator seat oftentimes. And at the same time, she's, looking for the place that we're going to stop next. So she found this one while we were cruising down the street. She's like, "Oh, this sounds good." And then she started reading stuff off the menu. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, no, that's the place that we're going."
Yeah. But what are you looking for? What are you yourself looking for?
As far as criteria goes?
Yeah, what's your...
Again,
how many boxes here?
Right off the bat.
Okay.
I'm looking for the locally owned, locally sourced.
Yeah.
To start with.
Yeah.
Then I want a really good atmosphere. When I come in, I want it to be the noisy diner sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But to see everybody smiling, and I think it's always a good sign when you walk into a restaurant and there's a crowd of people waiting to get in.
Yeah, I never want to pull up somewhere and go, we're the only people here, and it's breakfast time. And McDonald's has all the traffic.
Yeah. But then you take a look around and you see the servers, and the servers, all have smiles on their faces, and B, they're doing the waiter dance where they're going in
past each other,
where it almost looks like it's choreographed.
Right.
The way they're flying past one another with,
and they're not annoyed like
exactly full trays of food.
Yeah.
And so they were having a good time, which is a great sign because I promise you the wait staff will not be happy if the food's not good because literally everybody's chewing their ass nonstop.
Oh yeah, like that's the thing. When you're the wait staff, you get the ass chewings for everything that goes wrong in the kitchen, for the dirty bath. Like everything is on you.
Yeah, I mean, even if the customer spills their drink, it's the waiter's fault.
Right.
So the fact that they were all happy, great sign.
Oh yeah.
So we get seated after about 15 minutes, which is pretty quick for the number of people. The number of people that were there, we got sat fast.
Yeah.
Again, all of the people coming out were happy and stuffed. You could just tell they're holding on to their bellies, and they had a good time.
And you see it if you see every other customer with a to-go box, or you know what I mean.
No, there were no to-go boxes.
Everybody
Dude, I'm telling you,
I'm
telling you, I don't think it's possible to take a to-go box out of the place. I mean, unless you don't start, unless you're taking it to go and you called in an order, that's the only way you're getting a to-go box out of here.
Right.
I was thinking about it while I was eating, and I was like, there's no way. Like, it would be a complete waste of time to get a to-go box, because even if I couldn't stuff it in my mouth right now, later on in the car, I'm not going to make it anywhere before it's gone.
Yeah. With the next stop I have at a traffic light that's longer than 30 seconds.
Exactly. So you may as well just stay there and finish it.
Right.
But everything was everything was spot on. Literally everything, from the croissants to the eggs were fluffy. Dude, every sauce, and nothing hit that table that I didn't get a bite of.
Okay, so we've talked ad nauseum. We talked about your French press. You have a French press, you've got a coffee pot, you've got every kind of coffee apparatus. So you can make the perfect cup of coffee. One of your biggest complaints is getting that road coffee, and it's how does the coffee stand up?
Okay, so
am I setting you up here?
You might be setting me up a little bit. It is just coffee. It's just your plain Jane diner coffee, then no espresso or anything like that. But it was good. There were no issues as far as, like stale tasting or anything like that. The coffee was just rock solid, plain Jane diner coffee. But it was good.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So as far as the menu goes, I almost feel like every single item on the menu needs a minute. But we'll just pick and choose like we normally do when we're talking about food and go over some of the items.
Well, do you want to go over what you had?
When I get there.
Okay, sure. I'm salivating. I'm sorry. I want to put an egg on it now, but I feel like it'd be settling for anything I put an egg on that doesn't have mushrooms, green chilies, or celery on it. God.
So they have omelets, and nobody got an omelet, unfortunately. We got all of the ingredients. I think we touched on a lot of the ingredients with the selection that everybody made that was at the table. But there were no omelets. But I'm going to have to say their ingredient list for omelets is kind of ridiculous. They're all 3-egg omelets. They can make them with egg whites or cholesterol-free eggs or anything like that. And they all come with an order of hash browns, slice of toast, whatever. But the ingredients that go into the omelets are kind of insane. Broccoli, tomatoes, avocado, mushrooms, green chilies, a celery zucchini mix, ham, andouille sausage, smoked turkey, Italian sausage, roasted red peppers, green bell peppers. Dude, it's like I would have never thought to put half of those things in an omelet.
Well, some of them are kind of your greatest hits of omelets, but then they kind of start throwing you a curveball and hitting you with the high note, the green chilies and andouille sausage. That's something you don't get very often.
Not very often at all.
Yeah.
One of the things that stands out on their menu as far as omelets go, though, is the Philly cheesesteak omelet.
Oh, my.
Which is filled with sliced roast beef, sauteed onions, bell peppers, and mushrooms, and topped with jack cheese. God, come on, dude.
Yeah. Okay, so something that I would probably, just looking, They've got a parfait on here, but I'm sorry. If I can't put an egg on it, I'm probably not going to egg it on.
Right.
But the Godfather. Italian sausage, onion, bell peppers, roasted red peppers, mushrooms, sauteed in garlic, and then topped with mozzarella.
And black olives.
Oh, mamma mia.
Dude, it's like, that sounds like a slice of...
Like a mama used to make.
Right. And then they've got a bunch of omelet options.
Uh-huh.
They've got crepes, which one of the crepes that they have is called the New Orleans crepe. It's andouille sausage, roasted red peppers, diced green peppers, onions, black beans, topped with jack cheese and chives.
Aye, boy, that sounds like it'd be real good, boy.
Yeah, I'm not a huge crepe fan.
Really?
I'm not, but that sounds amazing.
I like crepes, but I like pancakes better. I like a little bit more density with my breakfast breads, if you will.
Well, you're from Oklahoma, so you pretty much biscuits and gravy,
right?
Is about as thick as you can get for breakfast bread.
Absolutely.
So they have skillets, which looked good. We didn't have one at the table, but I saw them. They looked good. Pretty much what you'd think. Whatever you want in a pan with eggs and hash browns. It looked amazing.
Your own personal breakfast buffet.
Yes.
Right.
But one of the things that did make it to our table wasn't in front of me, but I definitely took advantage of it, was the Big Boy, which is one freshly baked biscuit sliced and covered with 2 sausage patties over medium eggs, then topped with sausage gravy and served with seasoned potatoes.
Really good.
Dude, their biscuits are rock solid.
Really?
Just like Grandma used to make biscuits.
Yeah, sign me up for anything that has biscuits and gravy. And then if you want to add a bunch of stuff to it, I really don't care. But you had me at homemade biscuit and sausage gravy. Everything, you got to put Jolly Ranchers on it, and I probably would have ate it.
Amber had the Waffle Sliders, which are 2 waffle sandwiches with 1 over hard egg, and then your choice of bacon, sausage patty, or ham, also served with seasoned potatoes or hash browns. She got the hash browns. Perfection, dude. The hash browns were perfect. The sliders were amazing.
Really?
Dude, they were presented in such a way that it looked like, this is, I'm going to be able to eat this with my hands. That's not a thing.
Not a thing.
I don't understand the purpose of making it in the form of a sandwich if you know for a fact that you cannot eat it like a sandwich. But they did. It was amazing. The waffles are great. They also have country fried chicken for breakfast.
Okay. Yes.
It is amazing. It's as amazing as you think it would be.
Right.
But what I had was the croissant scramble.
Do tell. I love a croissant.
Dude, okay, so this is a fresh croissant that's cut open on your plate and then buried. I mean, literally buried under scrambled eggs, spinach, ham, and hollandaise sauce.
Oh, Mama.
Okay, so I took a bite of it. They set it down in front of me. I took a bite of it, and I just got the eggs and the ham, and I was like, man, these eggs are really good.
Yeah.
The hollandaise sauce was hollandaise sauce was perfect.
Yep.
But, I was like, ham and eggs and hollandaise sauce. It was good.
Yeah.
And then I took another bite and hit that croissant. Oh my God. I don't know how. I don't know why, but they have an expert in the kitchen. Whoever made those croissants, deserves, I don't know, is there a congressional medal of croissant?
I like a croissant the reason why I like croissants, I think, I don't know, I could go into a long explanation. There's that flaky kind of, what is it? I don't know. It's like a flaky, it's like a flaky exterior. I said it again, and then there's this dense, I don't know what happens, but I could ball up a croissant and just shove it in my mouth.
The thing about the croissant, I would have never thought of using a croissant like you use a biscuit and biscuits and gravy, but 100%.
To me, it seems like it would maybe get a little soggy. No?
Dude, I don't know how they did it, but it was amazing. And every time you got a bite of that croissant, it was like you won a little jackpot. It was like playing slot machines or something. As far as other things on the menu, though, They have an Oklahoma burrito, which is chorizo, green chilies, onions, and then all sorts of cheese, scrambled eggs, stuffed into a flour tortilla, and then they top it with like a Southwest sauce and sour cream. Looks amazing.
This is what I can tell you right now, most of these menu items, I would have to get a side, because probably part of my problem is I like gravy. I've been known to I'll use the gravy, and then when I don't need the reserve, I'll just drink it like it's a shot. I'm getting a side of gravy with every single menu item.
So again, they cover the whole gamut when it comes to, if you've thought about it for breakfast, they have it for breakfast.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I mean, a Reuben?
Yes. Now, that is one of their lunch items.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure...
Well, hell, an egg on it BLT? I've never seen a BLT with an egg on it.
Right. But to finish off the breakfast stuff...
Sorry.
The home-style cinnamon French toast. Oof. Talked about it before. I feel like I'm pretty damn good at making French toast.
Make us rock-solid French toast.
Their French toast smelled like Cinnabon.
Oh, boy.
Like when you walk past a Cinnabon in the mall, that's what it smelled like walking past the table.
Yeah, I like cinnamon toast every now and again, but it's really at the end of the day, to me, it's all about the bread with cinnamon toast. You need a nice day-old bread that can soak up that mixture. I don't go out of my way to make cinnamon toast. It's not that I can't, but I overthink everything. And I'm not just going to get French toast anywhere. But this sounds like this is probably, if I'm in town, oh man, I don't know that I'd go for the French toast. Because you've already mentioned 10 things that I would already...
I know, that's the biggest problem that I see with the restaurant is like, I feel like I would have to go there 20 or 30 times before I started getting outside of my comfort zone and trying something out that I didn't really want. So like the croissant, the croissant scramble, or what was it called? The croissant scramble. Mm-hmm. I would have to go there 4 or 5 times before I didn't order that.
Well, and I think if you went back, you may have to almost go, okay, we're going to take the croissant scramble, this, and this, and you have some dessert plates, and you just you almost do family style, just because I feel like you could easily overeat here. Like,
yeah, for
trying to get
sure.
It all in,
I think this is one of the things. If you're on a diet, you need to avoid this place.
This is
at all costs.
This is cheat weekend.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say literally, if you're trying to lose weight, don't go here. Like they have healthy options, and I'm sorry, but if you walk into this place, I feel like the healthy options are off the menu.
Oh yeah, you are off. You're off the wagon.
Right.
I'm toast. I am toast. Do you have they have toast? My diet expectations they've already dashed. If I'm in Broken Arrow, I can't not eat here now.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, as far as kind of the outside of the breakfast,
sure.
Just to kind of give you a bird's eye view of the rest of the menu, they do have a Reuben. They've got, you brought it up, the egg on it BLT. They've got chicken quesadilla, chicken fingers.
So they've got those kid-friendly, kid-centric child order, the chicken fingers and quesadilla.
They have it covered if you've got a really finicky kid and you're going here for lunch. Mm-hmm. But they do have a couple of things that stood out to me on the menu. First and foremost, the kitchen sink.
I was literally looking at that going, he's going to say kitchen sink sub. He's going to.
Yeah, it's a grilled hoagie bun with melted jack cheese, bacon, ham, turkey, tomatoes, lettuce, avocados, and onions.
But you know what? You could probably say, can I get that without the bun? And it'd probably be just as good. You have me at, again, avocado. I know it's been kind of like, it's been a superfood for a while, but it's really been kind of a hipster, avocado toast, this and that and the other. Hell, I could eat that without the bun. No, I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
They also have a sandwich called the California, which is jalapenos, avocado, lettuce, tomato, red onion, Monterey Jack cheese, and drizzled with a Santa Fe dressing. So if you're kind of wanting to go for the veggie version.
Yeah, that might be it. That might be your ticket in.
Yeah. So as far as hours and that sort of stuff goes, they're open 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday.
We have talked about it for years. it says a lot about who you are that you close at 2:00. That you can make your business where breakfast, brunch, lunch,
right,
done,
mm-hmm.
and what's it say, Wednesday through Sunday, not bad hours.
Yeah, no, they're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah,
which I'm fine with. I
mm-hmm.
think we've discussed it a little bit. I feel like if you have a rock solid restaurant
mm-hmm.
that you can and should close regularly,
mm-hmm.
To allow your employees to have a life,
have a life, and also to allow you to kind of, how many restaurants you go into that are open? There are a few that are open 24 hours now anymore, but restaurants that are open all day and into the latter part of the place is probably wrecked. It's never.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call out any particular restaurant, or if there was a restaurant called the Chaffle House.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that if they're open 24 hours a day that you're ever going to be able to find a clean booth,
right?
And it's not going to smell like vomit.
Yeah,
I'm going to say,
right. If there was a restaurant
called the Chaffle House that was on every major highway and it was open 24 hours a day, it would probably be kind of gross.
Yeah.
So having that time to clean, having that time to allow your employees to find that slice of tomato that fell in between all that sort of stuff. This place is gorgeous, clean. The bathroom was clean. Like that's a big one for me.
Yeah. Again, I think the days of operation are perfect if you're traveling through as well. That's kind of your weekend, just passing through. Those are just passing through hours, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it makes perfect sense. Now, as far as address goes, they're on South Aspen, 1131 South Aspen Avenue in Broken Arrow, which is basically the southeast corner of Aspen and Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in a little strip mall.
Yeah.
So you kind of think, because
mm-hmm.
the strip mall.
Oh yeah.
But they're in a little strip mall. Super easy to find. Just look for all of the cars, and that's where you want to be.
Well, again, if you're passing through, check it out. It's Egg It On in Broken Arrow. And coming up after the break, we've got $208 million blowing into the state of Oklahoma. Stay tuned.
So, Brett, when you're traveling,
yes,
what is your thing that you collect?
Sippy cups in the back. I realize that I have an abundance of sippy cups that
That's
get
not what I mean. I'm talking about when you get to your destinations. What
T-shirts.
You do T-shirts?
Yeah, I do T-shirts.
I do mugs. Amber likes magnets. Yeah. So, and then I've always got to do the obligatory bumper sticker for the desk.
Oh,
here.
Yeah. But I'll say this. I've spent a lot of money. You kind of do I think everybody, if you're doing the tourist thing, like I said, you've got your thing, I got my thing. But there was some, I don't know, I bought a lot of stuff that I look at and go, I need $25 for this.
Yeah, quality's super important. I know even looking at bumper stickers, you can look at a bumper sticker and go,
well, or I'll only buy one because I'm like, no, I didn't buy anything else. It's local. I'll support the team.
Right. Well, if you have a roadside attraction that needs some bumper stickers, coffee mugs, magnets, T-shirts, or baby bottles,
I bet they could. I bet they can make something for a baby bottle or a sippy cup, which I'm gonna be buying stock in.
Well, if you have a need like that, definitely reach out to the team over at Master Threads. They can embroider your logo directly onto anything.
And it's so simple. Call them for a free quote. It's just that easy. Call them at 405-673-3787.
Or you can find them on the web at masterthreads.us.
So I think it's well documented. Tornadoes are kind of our thing. Like if, you know what I mean? You've got your state birds, you got your state rocks. We've got our state
weather activity.
Tragedies? I don't know. Yeah. So it's no mistake that I don't think that $208 million is going to be wasted here.
No. So there is a news story out of the Daily Oklahoman. Headline, producing better forecasts and saving lives. OU lands $208 million to continue tornado research.
So, I think there's been a lot of questions. I learned everything I know from tornadoes from either watching Gary England or watching the movie Twister. But one thing we don't really know a lot about is kind of exactly how we know how they operate, but the destructive phenomena of the tornado. There's not much, we don't have a lot of science behind it.
Well, I think we do, but I still think there's a lot to learn still. The University of Oklahoma is going to be continuing their research, though, thanks to a $208 million award from the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, better known as NOAA.
Wow. So what they're looking to do is expand the work done by the Cooperative Institute of Mesoscale Meteorological Studies. Previously, they collaborated with Norman, which is where Norman is the hub. It is the National Weather Service.
Right.
So
they're kind of the boss when it comes to that.
It doesn't, like, we're the top of the heap for Oklahoma podcasts. They're kind of a big deal.
They are kind of a big deal when it comes to weather. And according to the team, this is going to help them better forecast warnings and save lives and property, which is, again, one of the things that's kind of near and dear to the heart of almost every Oklahoman.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in certain parts of the state. Like, if you're in Moore, this is money well spent, quite honestly.
Right, and this isn't new to the state of Oklahoma. NOAA has been working with OU for like 40 some odd years.
Right, but they've just been endowed with $208 million to put into more research.
Right, and the president of OU said it's a great honor, which I agree with him.
Yeah.
And again, it's one of those things, it's kind of a feather in our cap that we have such expertise when it comes to weather.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also money that, again, helps in different ways, helps the community, and it's super important when we land grants and...
Well, yeah, and I think I don't think you ever really... The research really never solve the puzzle. But anything that you can put towards it to... I don't know.
But I think it's super important, not only for the weather in the state of Oklahoma, weather research in the state of Oklahoma, but I think it does impact travel and tourism in the state. I think it's a huge deal. I think people literally come from all over the world to visit the National Weather Service in Norman.
Doppler radar was designed, constructed, and this is the home of Doppler radar. We are the home.
I think Gary England invented that.
And the Gettner.
I don't think he did.
No, he didn't. But I'll tell you what, I don't need $208 million. I just need 1,000 of you all to tell 1,000 people you know that know 1,000 more people about the OnlyinOKShow.
Absolutely. We're out there trying to find you the best places
to eat eggs on it. And then some.
Well, this has been the OnlyinOKShow. I am Harley.
And I'm Brett.
We're out of here.
Peace. All right, let's get it going. We're waiting on pizza, man.
No, we're not. We're recording, waiting on pizza.
Waiting on pizza.
What are you talking about waiting on pizza? Something that has nothing to do with starting the show.
Have you watched any of the new... Do you have Disney Plus still? Are you still pirating?
No. Oh, that's right. Your niece is.
That's right, bud.
Because her dad won't allow it. Because they're communists.
I don't think it's fair, man. I don't think it's fair at all. You commie bastards. What was I going to say? Did you watch the Tomorrow War?
Yes.
That's good, man. That was pretty solid.
Okay, here's my thing.
Okay.
Screen Rant, done with them.
Did they shred it?
Dude, they shred everything. I'm sorry, but, okay, one of the worst movies of all times, according to the internet trolls.
This movie? Is that what the reference?
No,
okay.
That also love comic books.
Okay.
Green Lantern.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but Green Lantern is a 100% passable popcorn and chill movies. Yeah. You don't have to tear apart everything. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
You know, oh my God, Hal Jordan's suit would never do that. Like who cares?
But here's more to the point. Somebody said, okay, so do you listen to Rogan still?
Occasionally.
Okay, so Tarantino was on there the other day, and anytime he's on anything, I like to hear it because he's pitching his book compendium to...
Here's my thing. No. I'll let you get to your story. I want to bitch about... Why?
Because I
just want to bitch for 2 seconds.
Okay.
That it bothers me that Tarantino is basically, Joe Pesci. Like, all of his mannerisms and his speech patterns. Like, dude, did you just watch Joe Pesci movies nonstop when you were in your teens?
So my argument is, again, it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You've probably not seen it. That's fine. I don't judge you for your latter day or current day sins, but maybe some. There's a Bruce Lee appears in this characterization of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The premise of the movie is, what if the Manson murders were thwarted by, what if it didn't happen? What if instead of them getting killed, the Manson family was themselves murdered?
Okay.
So the whole thing is what if from start to finish. Brad Pitt plays Cliff Booth, a stuntman.
Got it.
There's a scene,
and
I'll play the scene for you sometime.
I've seen it.
Okay. So the hubbub is Tarantino went on Rogan and said, it's well documented. Bruce Lee did not like American stuntmen. American stuntmen didn't like working with Bruce Lee because he was notorious for doing what they called tagging.
Mm-hmm.
He would hit him. Ask Bob Wall. He broke his damn nose on the set of Enter the Dragon. Anyway, I got nothing against Bruce Lee.
No.
But it's not the first time. Jean-Claude Van Damme was not a classically trained martial artist. He was also someone that would incidentally or intentionally hit stuntmen. It's always been there. So his daughter came out and is saying, how dare you, Tarantino, depict my dad as being this,
right,
arrogant ass. But let's be real. First of all, it's a characterization. The whole movie is, what if somebody could beat Bruce Lee? I mean, even that scene. What if somebody could beat Bruce Lee's ass?
Right.
So, but the thing is, it made him look like, kind of a pompous ass. But let's be real. I think if Bruce Lee knew his popularity now and what he did for the genre, how would you not have some machismo?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, I can't see, I don't know, maybe he was humble pie all the time, but that's the other thing. People are like, and then people that don't, they're like, well, I totally agree. Like, I can see her argument. And Tarantino said it. He said, look, I respect her opinion, but critics can suck my wang. Mm-hmm. Like, seriously.
Yep.
If you've known Bruce, you're allowed to tell me I'm a jerk off. Cool. I can take that. But now you've got fans coming out going, yeah, I just totally, like, the minute somebody starts something like, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm gonna bitch about that. Like, in the Hal Jordan thing, it's fiction.
At least I'll ask.
It's fiction. It's a comic book movie. Like, what does it matter? Can't we just enjoy movies? When did we stop enjoying movies? When did we stop referring to everything as a film? A film, when you say, well, it's a decent film, that's a pretentious ass thing to say. Like, it's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
When you draw a line between film and movie, you're being snooty about it. I think as a comic book movie, it's not my favorite. I don't know a lot about Green Lantern. I didn't think the effects were that great. But did Screen Rant rip Tomorrow War or whatever to pieces?
But they do everything. It's like,
when you talk to me from the living room at a normal volume, and I'm in between you and me is a dishwasher going, the sink is on, and the washer is in wash mode,
and
I'm like, I can hear. I don't know what you're saying. Well, I said it loud. You didn't. Like, all right, 3, 2. That was like I was going to go slip into a self-induced coma. 2.
We're doing at-home hypnosis.
You're feeling very sleepy.
You're going to lose all consciousness.
Like
3, 2.
It's like you're in our office space. And he's like, you go into a sleep. And then he croaks. It's like,
what was the movie with Kevin Bacon?
Stir of Echoes?
Stir of Echoes.
Dude, that movie's good, man. People don't talk about it enough. That's a good one. Do you know it's Kevin Bacon's 63?
He's older. 3, 2, 1, Flim, go. Bacon.
All right, 3, 2, 1. On today's episode, we're going...
Do your normal, and welcome to the show.
And welcome to the show. That's right. You're right. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show.
No.
Babes! Shush!
I'm just waiting for a shoe to come flying underneath the door or something. Oh, there it is. Nope. What are you doing, dude? We're trying to record.
Just tell them 1 second I'm trying to do this. Here.
All
right.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. God damn. Come on. This is why middle age is got. It's a constant. Hang on a second, I need a drink. I'm not saying that old men can't do it. They can.
Old men can't jump though. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Hang on a second. Have you seen video of Joe Rogan recently doing his kicks?
No.
Dude, that dude he's 5'2".
Mm-hmm.
He's got the force of an A train.
He's a little gorilla, dude.
Yeah, he would. I don't know. He'd mess you up quick. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're headed to Egg It On in Broken Arrow, and a little bit later we're going to talk about a mesocyclone of cash. What is wrong? I didn't do anything.
You did. Because it doesn't say we're going to egg it on.
We went to. We're going to talk about. We're going to put an egg on it today.
We're going to egg it on.
We're going to egg it on
in Broken Arrow.
Gotcha.
We're not going to.
We're not
going to egg it on.
We're going to egg it on in Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.